Hi everyone, so this video is going to be a tag video and this is the 25 things that you may not know about me. Now some of these you might know because some of these I've mentioned before, but if you're a new subscriber then maybe you don't know these, or maybe if you're an old subscriber you just don't know these because you haven't seen the videos that I've mentioned this in. So I'm just going to get started with the things. I've written them all down in this book and I'm just going to get started. The first one is I'm the oldest of 5, so I've got 3 younger sisters and a brother and I'm the oldest. Then I won a car when I was a kid. Now when I was a kid my photo got sent to a photography competition and the winning prize was a car, and I didn't send them and my parents didn't send them, but a friend of my dad's who was a photographer sent one of my photos, and then they phoned my dad up to say that we'd won and could we come and collect the car, and I was 4 at the time, so I won a car for that photo when I was a kid. The third one is I'm a size 10. Then I'm super chatty to strangers. This is a really funny one, but I'm a very, very chatty person, and if I'm on a bus or a train or a plane, I end up chatting to the people that sit next to me. By the end of the flight, I will know their entire life story and I'll be friends with them on Facebook. And that's a true story. I have got people that I've met that way on my Facebook friends list because I'm just such a chatterbox, and I just love getting to know people. Then I have never had short hair. Now obviously when I was a baby I had short hair, but as an adult I have never had short hair. I've never had a bob, I've never had like a cropped cut, my hair's always been really long. Then I don't drink tea or coffee. I don't drink tea or coffee at all. I drink green tea, but traditional tea with milk or coffee I don't drink ever. Then I don't have a great sense of humour. Now I don't mean that I don't get a joke, but what I mean is that if I go to like a comedy show or I'm watching a film that's supposedly funny, so something like The Hangover for example, I just don't find things that everyone else finds funny, and I think maybe I've just got a bit of a strange sense of humour, or I don't know what it is, but I haven't got your kind of traditional sense of humour. Then, where am I? Right, my favourite film is Dirty Dancing. I have mentioned this before, but yeah, that's my favourite film. I also love Breakfast at Tiffany's and Closer, but Dirty Dancing is probably my all-time favourite, and I don't care if that's like a really cheesy one to say. Then I may be the only person in the world who didn't like Avatar. Now when Avatar came out, everyone loved it, everyone was saying what a great film it was, and I was really excited to go and see it, and then I went to see it and I was really disappointed. I don't know if it was because it was so hyped up, but I just didn't like it. I thought it was going to be like really magical and lovely, and I just thought that it was really blockbustery, and I just didn't really like it. I had blonde hair a couple of years ago. I had really, really blonde hair, like proper peroxide blonde, and I'd never go back to that. It was not the cutest look on me. Then I don't like Starbucks. Now this is a strange one because I know that Starbucks is one of those things that pretty much everyone loves, and they love the caramel macchiatos and the I don't know what, but I don't like Starbucks. I think it might be because I don't drink tea or coffee, but even their hot chocolate I don't like. So yeah, Starbucks is just not my thing. My drink of choice would be, in that kind of capacity, would be the Costa hazelnut hot chocolate. Then what else do we have? I used to really, really overpluck my eyebrows, which is why I'm a little bit obsessed with getting perfect brows now, because I overplucked them and they were so thin and sparse and horrible, so I really regret that. Then I don't have one best friend. This is an interesting one. I have got a couple of girlfriends who I'm really close to, but I wouldn't say that I'm closer to one more than the others. And I'm very close to my mum, I'm very close to my sisters, and I'm very close to my boyfriend as well. So I wouldn't say that I kind of have one best friend. I'm close to quite a few people in my life. Then I always order sparkling water anywhere I go, so I don't have like Diet Coke or juice or that kind of thing. It's always sparkling water, which is a constant source of amusement to my friends because everyone thinks that sparkling water is just a little bit of an old ladyish drink, but it's just what I like. Then I don't drink alcohol at all, and the reason for that will come up in a minute, but I don't drink alcohol at all. Then I'm not a huge Lush fan. Now this is kind of like a taboo in the beauty world, I think, because you see Lush hauls, and I've done the odd haul, and I'll go in there and have a look, but I don't get all the hype when it comes to Lush. I don't eat fish or meat, never have done. The longest relationship I have ever been in, I was trying to think how to word that, was 4 years, and it's my current relationship, so that's the longest relationship I've ever been in. The shortest relationship I've ever been in is a week, and I don't really count that as a relationship anyway. Then what else do we have? I have a medical condition, which is I have a hole in my heart. Now, it's not a very serious condition. It doesn't affect my everyday life in any way, shape or form, but it just means that I've got a little hole in my heart, and that's why I don't drink, because it was recommended to me to not drink, so I don't drink at all. Then my guilty TV pleasure is Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which is terrible TV, but I love it nonetheless. Then if something's really overhyped and everyone loves it, like for example the X Factor, I'm guaranteed to not like it. If something's really overhyped, it just puts me off like that. I'm not good with that type of thing. I just kind of don't like the whole, like when people just, everyone loves the same thing, I don't like it. Then we have I've never watched a single episode of Big Brother. This is a really funny one, and my boyfriend was just like, what, never? I've never watched Big Brother ever. I don't really like the concept of the programme, and I've never watched a single episode. All the years it's been on, I've never watched it. And then I don't do activities. Now, my boyfriend told me to write this one down, and that just means that if you go to like a fun fair and people are playing, you know, I don't know, like there's those like rodeo things, or like trampolines, or a game, like a big group game, like, you know, tug of war or something. I hate that kind of thing. I will never participate in it, and my boyfriend just thinks that I won't ever do activities. So that's one thing that you might not know about me. I'm not into activities. And then the last one is something that I think is really funny. Actually, no, this isn't the last one. I've got one more. I once wanted to be a weather girl. Well, not specifically a weather girl, but I wanted to be on the news. And then I realised that news reporters probably had to get up really early to get the morning shows on, and then I changed my mind because I don't like getting up early. But I think that was 25. I might have a 26 one, but I'm going to mention this one anyway just because it's funny, and I've kind of lost track of the numbers because I didn't number them down. But the last one is, I once went out with a guy for a while. It wasn't a long relationship, it was only a couple of months, maybe even less than that. We just went on a couple of dates, it wasn't a serious relationship. But it then turned out that he was gay. Afterwards I found out that he was gay. And looking back, there probably were a couple of telltale signs to the fact that he was gay, but I didn't see them. Or maybe I did and I chose to ignore them, I don't know. It wasn't a serious relationship, as I said, it was just, you know, just a couple of dates kind of thing. But yeah, it turned out to be gay, and I've always wondered if being my boyfriend for that period is what made him gay, or if he was just gay anyway, I don't know. Obviously being with me didn't make him gay, but you know what I mean, I just kind of questioned whether it was me maybe that did it. But yeah, those are the 25 things that you may not know about me. If you've got any kind of fun little stories or fun little personality traits that you think might be fun for everyone to know, then pop those in the comments below, and I hope you'll have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.